Welcome to our reading for Friday, the 25th of November, 2016. Remember, it's a general reading. See what feels right for you. See which sign symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign, and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest, greatest good of all. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave? Preparing for that wave, crashing into the wave, riding the wave, or ignoring the wave? Feel free as well to make this an interactive video with me if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the links below, enjoy the music, the tunes, show your appreciation to the artists, and see if there's something personal for you in any of those links for today. I hope you enjoy the reading. Thank you for joining me. I love you guys, and I'll see you in a moment. Hi, welcome to our reading for Friday, the 25th of November, 2016. We're going to start with one card from the MONAE Tarot. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Let's get some clarity and focus into the energies today, Friday the 25th, and wisdom to ride these energetic waves best for all of us. All right, let's start with one card for Friday the 25th of November. One card for the highest, greatest good of all. The Eight of Earth. So here it's practice, you know, like practice makes perfect. I also feel like you have to release something as well to get good. It's the Apprentice card. So you could be starting something new. This is kind of cool that this came up. All right. I mentioned this in the Sagittarius video. I won't make this a long sidetrack, but I just got a new violin. This sucker was only like literally like a little bit over $100 with a bow, which I have my own bow. It's much better, but you can plug it in. It's electric. It is wood. I know it's a student violin, but the sucker sounds pretty good. It was just over $100, and it came with a case and rosin and like the plug, the cord. It actually was a really good deal. I didn't even think it would come with a case. And I hooked this into my sister's amp, and it sounds amazing. And you know how many years I've been putting off practicing something I did since I was 4 because my other violins are kind of warped, and I just, you know, I felt like it was such a big investment that I just never went through with it. And then the other day I went on Amazon and I was really hesitant. I'm talking about this twice, so I'm hoping that this is important for somebody out there. So maybe something that you've been wanting to do for a while and it feels like an investment. But in the end, the investment is worth it. And maybe there's a way today to figure out how to invest less to get more. You know, get more out of something. So your energy is circulating better in your world. I'm getting music and like musicians, but this could be anything. This could be a hobby, starting to write, organizing something, art, teaching something, lesson plans, making a call about a vacation. It could be like something like that. Maybe you need to go somewhere and do something like that, and then I don't know, it's usually the Apprentice card, so usually it's hard work. So maybe you've been doing something and putting a lot of hard work into something lately, and now you need to add that little spark of something extra that you want to really practice that doesn't feel like it's hard work. I'm not sure where this is going. I'm getting a different energy on this card, but this sounds amazing in the amp. I'm really surprised. I just read a few reviews and everyone sort of said the same thing. They were hesitant. You can't believe such a cheap instrument could sound so good, but Some people like an instrument to have so they can take it somewhere that they don't feel like it's going to get wrecked if it's their good violin or, you know, whatever it is, guitar or whatnot. So I must say I'm really happy with that. So maybe there's a way for you to figure out how to put a little of effort, a little of something into something that actually means something to you. It is valuable and it's worth putting your energy into because it brings bigger things back into your world later. It puts you back into power somehow in your world, in your surroundings. I feel like this brings you into the now. You know, when you're doing something and, you know, like when you do something that's an apprenticeship, I feel like it's a natural gift, a natural desire, or something that is passed down that you fall into or you look for, or it's like a specific niche. It's a specialty. It's something that you put, you know, like time and energy into that learning process, but you're gaining so much more by that time you put in. But I feel like when you do the apprentice thing, you're already working. You're already kind of the pro. You're just becoming better, becoming more like natural with things, getting things more in flow, getting your instincts in tune, getting, you know, your portfolio together, you know, your music together, whatever this is. It's when everything comes together because of all the time you put into something. 8 of Earth. There's also a film thing here. So maybe you're recording something or you're practicing, I don't know, I hear lines or like a script, maybe music, different ways to do the same song or your style on different style songs. I'm getting something like that. But with the 8, you always have to leave something behind when you're done. You have to know when to put it away and to move on and do something else. Find balance with the energy you put into something so you're not run dry somewhere else. So if you're not coming up with the answer or the solution or you're not feeling it, change the song. Do something else. You know, go in the other room. Go on a walk. This is leaving something that you put a lot of energy into behind, but because you're done and you're ready to move on to something else. So, you know, it's turning the page on something so that you can place more energy into something else that gets the page turning, you know, faster, better, smoother. You're on target. I don't know exactly what that means, but that makes me think of like something physical or like darts or something, like somebody playing darts. And it's just like, I don't know, I want to say you just don't really pay attention to how your hand movement is or anything other than your actual attention hitting that hole and just knowing it goes there and nothing else. There's nothing else in between. And then it just goes like target practice. I see somebody like with a bow and arrow. So I'm not sure what that means, but that's sort of what I see. So maybe there's like something with your muscles or putting energy into, maybe it's like, you know, a bow. Maybe it's a different kind of bow. Maybe you're on target with something that's stringed because you're a dancer, or it puts a physical movement into music. Maybe you're a musician already but never did anything with a string, or you're doing something now that's brass. I'm getting a lot of music with this. I know that's not for everybody, but maybe there's just an answer in music today. You know, I feel like that comes through a lot. That happens a lot with me. I'm thinking about something, the song comes on, and that's it. That's exactly what I wanted to know, or the energy that's carrying me through understanding what I'm feeling. So I want to say, find what makes you get lost in the now, what makes you excited. Find a different approach to it, a simple approach to it, rather than, you know, getting tormented with something that you have to do. Maybe put that pressure thing away, do as much as you can, do the best you can, and then, I don't know, there's something new coming here. You're turning away on something and moving a different direction. So let's get more clarity. Let's go to the romance angels. Sorry, Mannix. And it brings abundance in your world. So it's something that you can find in your surroundings, something that's around you that's accessible it's pretty easy, but it brings back bigger things into your world later. Maybe just your own security, your own comfort, your own confidence again in something. This brings back confidence to you to do what's good for you, to go whatever direction you need. There is a big old film strip here, so maybe you're making a video of yourself and you're worried about it being perfect. Look, in the beginning, I did things like this and I was not very good at all, and it just got over my fear of doing it that I just put it up as a practice session. In a practice session, you mess up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you allow yourself that space to grow and get better, and you get over the fear of being judged and what's going on out there, and you start with what's good for you, and you find that you discover yourself more and more the more you do it, you know, just like practicing. Sometimes things come easy, and sometimes we have to work on other things a little bit. Sometimes when you feel pressure and you feel like you have to work too much, it's good to put that away and just change things around and maybe come back and see if the energy has changed. All right, let's get further clarity for Friday the 25th. This is going to be for romance, communication, matters of the heart, clarity on the 8 of Earth. And that's past life relationship. So I'm not sure what the connection between these two is. Although usually this card, if you don't look at this specific picture or the interpretation I'm getting out of this expression, out of this art here, usually it's putting a lot of energy, like, yeah, like I think of like a train going up a hill, but then I feel like you have to get off the train eventually, you know, or change your path or change something eventually. Like you get on the train to learn something and to bring something with you and gain some muscle and whatever, but eventually you got to bring something that you earned, gained, learned, like wisdom with you, skills with you, and get off the train. So it could be leaving something behind or going back to something as well. Now with this is a past life relationship. So you have known each other before. You don't have to believe in past lives for you to understand this feeling of meeting somebody and just feeling like you've always known them, or like you were supposed to meet them, or they were supposed to say that to you, or you were supposed to have that opportunity with them. Whether it's short, long, forever ago, or coming up. This is going to come through again, so it's either somebody that you've already had a thing with, felt this way before with, or you're going to feel that way when this person comes in. So usually there's a reason for your energies to entwine, to mingle, to meet, to have a conversation, whatever happens. You're working stuff out. There's a dynamic between you that's spiritual and special. And I want to say deeper than you can understand, but yet you somehow deeply understand that there's something needs to be worked out. So usually it's either a coming together and a blending of energies that makes everything beautiful, or it creates some kind of friction somewhere so you can recognize something with that friction, with that opposite energy that perhaps wouldn't have come in your life any other way, right? And you can work it out. It's allowing you both a chance to work something out so you don't have it repeat. So this will bring up something that sparked some kind of repeat issue that you have in your love life probably, or in the way you communicate with others. So it could be family, you know, it could be friends. It could be a stranger on a street that sparks that thing in you that makes that like, what? But it's going to bring something to the surface. So you focus on it. It's either going to change your mind about something, bring more clarity to something, or deeper understanding about something. But if you were, you know, wondering about why you had those weird feelings with this person that you know who this is, or you will know who it is when it comes through, that it's because you've known each other before. It's like your souls have a contract to do something. It could be tiny. It could be saying something that just gives you that right connection change the rest of your life and bring a job into your world, or introduce you to your future wife or husband, or it could be your future wife or husband, or it could be your actual wife or husband. You know, it could be your friend, but it's something important, and there's some kind of deeper connection than what's on the surface. So think about how you feel, but feel how you feel more. Recognize your feelings and acknowledge them and work through those waves. Let's get more clarity. I'm still not sure with this particular connection yet, except maybe it's through music, or this connection came through film, or seeing somebody's picture, you know, maybe like Facebook or YouTube, or I don't know, something like that. Or you go somewhere and you see a photograph of somebody and then you meet them, or like somebody in your dreams. Getting something like that. I'm not sure how the film, I'm looking at the film here. And like flower wallpaper in the background, like flowers in the background. And I feel like there's energy here, like there's just energy in her hair, movement. And she's comfortable. She's just kind of in her skivvies. You know, she's just comfortable in this circumstance. So I feel like you're comfortable here. You're falling into something comfortable, something that feels familiar, that feels right, that feels like it's valuable for a reason. So let's get more clarity. Let's go to the Angel Tarot and get a card. Clarity on past life relationship. This could be also like somebody from the past in this life, you know, a connection you've already had with somebody else that's coming through today or prominent today, or that you're wondering about today. This is sort of an open-ended question or a card. It's sort of like coming through as if it was something that you were wondering about and confirmation for you. Or you're going to have that confirmation inside of you when you see it and be like, oh, this is what that was. So maybe you'll be more sensitive to that situation, more forgiving, have a compassionate ear and yeah, like sense towards the other person, what they might be going through and how they came into your world, why you're in each other's world now or soon or in the past, how much it brought you, what it changed in your world, what it catalyzed, like what, that was weird, catalyzed, maybe that was important, maybe it put organization into your world somehow, or bringing organization, but I meant like a catalyst, like sparking something, like that spark of change. All right, let's get another card for Friday. The Eight of Earth, past life, relationships. And that's Justice. So the scales coming back into balance. It's interesting. This is like, it says Sun in Virgo here. Like, I think that's like Sun in Virgo. In this particular deck, that's what that represents. And this is 8. That's an 8. That's an 8 and an 8. So it's 8. It's scales coming back into balance. Your power coming back. You taking back your power. Putting your energy into positive, like, I see like an outlet, like a plug, like positive energetic frequencies that are putting, like, I don't know, your scales back in balance. This is you seeing clearly, walking through the door, walking out a door, like seeing things clearly, making decisions because you see things clearly with your head and your heart. Everything with the Justice, I feel like it's all connected. It's Archangel Raguel, and it's fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. You know, this could be a weird past life thing that came back into your world, or was, I feel like it was done, or it was something you were thinking about. I feel like it's already happened, or it already is something you're thinking about and moving out of. I feel like if you're moving into this, it's happy. You're falling into something happy because of what you went through before, how far you've come on your own, what you did on your own, something you practiced on your own. independence, freedom here. Maybe even a little solitude. So if I feel like if this is something you fall into soon or today, it's falling into something healing and good. If it's something from the past, you're understanding why you went through it to bring you someplace good, to step you through a new doorway, if that makes sense. So I want to say just work on you. Whatever happened in the past with the past situations, you can now focus on your own consciousness in the now you have. So you can't change the past, but you can understand the now you're in, react accordingly, be fair to others, you know, allow others freedom and room to mess up and make their own decision and, you know, figure things out for themselves. And you do you here. So this could be a Libra. I feel like you're holding on to truth. You have this, I mean, you're like flying away. You're flying free. You're not even stepping through the doorway. You're flying through it. You have these beautiful scales. You're protected. You can fly. And you have this halo. So it's you're connected to your higher self with your choices here. Or it's asking you to be connected to your higher self. You know, and deep inside of you, how you feel. Everything all together on what you decide today. You know. So if you're over something and you've come through something and you've learned a lesson now and you see why you had to go through something, make the decision you have to do to be good and not go through that shit again if it's not good. You know, if that was like past life karma, negative, working shit out with somebody else because of whatever, because it was just something that you had to grow, you had to learn, you had to get better at. You're going to teach it to somebody else later. You're going to have bigger blessings later because you understand the extreme of what it was like to not have that. So I feel like you're balancing out past karma by understanding and having forgiveness in that situation for yourself, for others, how far you've come, and where you need to go now. It's just having a brighter, broader understanding of everything. Therefore, you start to make better decisions that actually balance out your scales. So that's good. That's beautiful. It's powerful though. You know, this is a big change in your scales. It's not little. You know, it's feeling out true value and what is worth holding and what is worth leaving. So let's finish this reading with the the Oracle. I always lose this book. The Oracle of Visions by Sierra Machete. And get one more card for the day, Friday the 25th. Clarity on past life relationships. I feel like this is something like being cleansed. You understand why you had to go through something before. Perhaps it was traumatic, you know, an experience, or like hard. Here, like hard on the heart, you know, like, you know, painful. Something painful that you went through, but it made you stronger and it made you understand yourself. Maybe have more understanding for others too. I hear change your mind about something. So allow yourself to change your mind from how you felt in the past if you've grown, if you've had expansion, you know. I would say if you... I don't know, I would say if you can't come up with a decision for some reason, go to practice or go do a sport or write or something that you do, you know, that gets you excited to come up with, you know, to have this decision or this thing come through. Or if you're waiting for justice to come through, you know, do something productive for you in the meantime and trust it'll come through. You know, somebody else will make that correct decision. It'll be the right thing, you know, the right time, the right place. For them and for you. You can only react according to what's good for you, you know, but have a fairness about how you react and how you respond, I want to say. All right, let's get one more card for the day. And that's 38. So that's kind of like, I see the 8. There's so many 8s. Also a big 6. So I think of balance, decisions, choices, a filter of love, like love, understanding. This is like taking a you moment. It's like the clock is ticking, but it's falling away. That's so cool. It's like you're practicing something you love. You know, something where time doesn't exist. You're just excited about doing this. It's not hard. It's beautiful. It's something you're natural at. You become the apprentice because you just are a natural, where you just have such a love for it. Such a love, deep love, or deep desire, or something in you that's pulling you somewhere. That's just making time fall away. It's making you in the right moment. You know, it's also finding that moment when you can go into yourself. There's a lotus here, so something's unfolding, something beautiful. There's also the dragonfly, so there's transformation and flying any way you need when you need to figure out this situation. That's an 11 too, so that's a gateway, stepping through something, allowing something to unfold. Let's see what this is. This is 38, and it's inner peace and an instant in time. It strikes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Enough, enough, dear watch. Thy pulse hath beat enough. Now sleep and rest. Would thou couldst make the time to do so too. I'll wind thee up no more, Ben Jonson. So we are lost in the moment, staring into a void, utterly engrossed and transfixed on some specific point or action in the distance. In this state, we are oblivious to time and reality. So that could be good, too fixed on a point or an outcome, or something could be not good and not bring the solution in. So you need to open something up. A young woman seated on a columned platform stares at a dragonfly settling in the lilies below. Its movements become the focal point on her concentration, transforming her into a calming meditative state in which all other distractions are removed. The numbers on the clock above float away. The recording of passing time temporarily on hold. She is at one with her universe. All worries, concerns, and negativity fade. In this captured moment of escape, there is only stillness and peace. So where is that moment of escape for you? You know, where that ticking clock falls away out of your life and you really get into something, you know, where your instincts come through. It could be a connection with this, or this could be the connection that takes you somewhere different, or that you're having clarity on once you find this beautiful place where it's free first. So I feel like either way the clock is ticking, you're starting to walk and wake towards freedom and releasing something that wasn't right for you and realizing something that's really right for you. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I love you so much. I'll see you soon.